Hello everyone, in this video I will be explaining to you how to warm up in CSGO. I will show you a few different ways to warm up, and we're going to use two different Steam Workshop maps, and there will be links in the description for both. This map you probably already know, it's Aimbots, and it's going to be the first link in the description. So when you get into this map, what I like to do to warm up is I like to close this off. So it's going to put walls there and close the last one out here. And you're going to be left with these bots here. And there are two ways to approach it basically. One way is you can just start going left and right, just counter strafing and just bursting or tapping, spraying, just changing up what you're doing. And that can warm you up decently. So if you're just going left and right like this, shooting at the bots, taps, bursts, sprays, spray transfers, whatever you want, you can do that. And that's what I usually do if I'm going to play deathmatch after aimbots. So if you want to use only aimbots to warm up, I would recommend that you do a more specific way of doing this, but you have to also find out for yourself. For you it might work just going around like this and shooting to warm up for a game. I usually warm up like this before deathmatch. But if you want to just warm up and not play deathmatch after that, you can do something like an aim routine where you just start like this without moving, just tapping, and then you can start counter strafing after some time. After you get comfortable with just flicking, you can start counter strafing and tapping, and then you can start bursting, and then you can even start spraying. And I explained something like this, something similar to this in my aim routine video, which you can also watch. It's one of my first videos. I showed an aim routine on aimbots basically that you can use, and for some people an aim routine will work better for warm up, and for some people just shooting around like this will work better. So you have to experiment and find out if this works for you on aimbots. And if you feel like you need something more different, I'm going to show you the other map that I use. The other map is called Training Blank, and it's also a pretty good map that is pretty useful, and I can show right now how to set it up, because the first time you join it's not going to be set up, and you need to set it up every time you join. So first you want to join this team, and if it says humans can only be terrorists, you have to type human team any, and then it will allow you to join the counter terrorist set, because if you join the other side it will not be good. If you see human team, if we type any again and I join this side, you see that I am spawned as one of the bots, so you can't really do anything when you do that. So you have to be on the city side, and once you join the city side you see that there is only one or two bots, which you cannot do much with that, and you have only a Glock. So you have to shoot on this weapon there, and here you choose your guns. I like to choose an AK and a Deagle, and after that here you have some settings. You can turn off the armor for the bots, you can turn it on. You can enable infinite ammo, so when you shoot you don't have to reload, and here when you shoot you will have to reload, but the ammunition from which you can reload is going to be infinite. So your magazine is not infinite, but the ammunition for reloading is infinite. So I like to have infinite ammo. And if you are changing this, if you change it from 1 to 0, you want to first kick the bots and then add some bots. But I would like the bots to have armor now, and I'm gonna just aim at this and I'm gonna hold tab, and I'm just going to shoot until there are 10 bots, because the max bot amount is 10 and I like to play with 10. And when you are done with that, you turn to the left and you just shoot at this target. And for me there's a little bit of a problem with this map currently, because right now I'm using a white crosshair, so I need to either change it when I play on this map or just try to kind of move around and not really stay with my crosshair in one place, because I can completely lose it. If I am here, I don't see my crosshair at all. So I can just move it around more, but it's going to be difficult if you have a white crosshair. So if you're going to play this map and you have a white crosshair, I would recommend changing the color just for this map, if you're comfortable with that. So on this map you can just shoot around, like you can run around, you can aim, you can play with a Deagle or with an AK, you can try to do some spray transfers, you can just stop, you can burst, you can do whatever. Just try to move around while you're doing this and try to mix up the aiming styles. And for me, sometimes this map works better than aimbots, but there's a thing where some days you feel like playing aimbots and some days you feel like playing this, and you just have to test out both and see which works when. So some days you might feel like you want to, turn around more, you want to move around more, you want to shoot at moving targets. And some days you might feel like you just want to play aimbots, just some quick aiming left and right, So you have to kind of find out what works for you, and you have to find out if on some days you feel like it's better to play this map, Training Blank, or if it's better to play aimbots. For me both work, but as I said, on some days I would prefer aimbots and some other days I would prefer this map. And here I guess you can make some kind of a routine, like you can maybe in the beginning tap for 50 kills, then only burst for 50 kills, and then spray transfer for 50 kills or something like this. You can make routines of your own that will work for you. I'm not going to give you something that you should stick to, because from what I have seen, for everyone it works different. For some people it will be enough to just go on aimbots and just shoot around, like I showed in the beginning. That works for me, but for some people it doesn't work. Some people need to do the aim routine. Some other people will much prefer to come on this map here and just spin around and shoot. Some other people would like to first do 50 tap kills, then they would like to do some burst kills, some spray transfer kills or whatever, some deagle kills, whatever you want. Just try out different things and you see what works for you. But in my opinion, these are two of the best maps that you can use, and apart from them you can also use deathmatch as warm-up. Sometimes I go straight into deathmatch, but most of the times you will perform better in deathmatch if you just play aimbots in the beginning for, let's say, between 100 and 300 kills. If you just go in and you just shoot around in aimbots for about 100 to 300 kills max, you will play better in deathmatch and you will get a very efficient warm-up. So find out what works for you, try out all the different things that I showed you, and try to play deathmatch until you find out how to warm up in a perfect way for you individually. So if you learned something new in this video, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any upcoming content. Thank you for watching.